Hey Daniel, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you for joining me. So we're here today to just kind of jump back into what we do on this blog. Basically, we get on here to provide valuable resources for divorce attorneys and even people going through a divorce. You know, maybe this is a video that you were sent by your divorce attorney, and we just talk about important questions and things you should be considering as you're navigating the divorce process. So this one specifically, we're talking about ration versus emotion in divorce, and am I being reasonable? So Daniel, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it's another question to contemplate when you're taking that step to go into a divorce attorney, maybe for an initial consult. You know, are you being rational or are you being emotional? Is a situation influencing your decision? So maybe an affair that you or your spouse had and the discovery of that, is that influencing what may be otherwise a healthy marriage? Maybe it's a death in the family or something like that. You really, when you step into a divorce attorney's office, you want to be as rational as possible, because anything where emotion is at play is only going to cloud your judgment. So think about how much of this is about whatever that change is that you're experiencing or your spouse is experiencing, versus the length of the marriage as a whole. Looking back at the marriage and thinking, okay, this incident might affect our marriage, might have a great effect on our marriage, but is it enough to end the marriage? And if at the end of that thoughtful process, you're still thinking that, yes, I'm rational and I want to move forward with this, then seeing a divorce attorney probably makes sense. Similarly, a question to ask is, are you being reasonable? So what expectations have changed in the marriage? So a marriage is a continuum, right? It isn't perfect, and possibly the expectations have changed along the way. And so as part of that, you need to kind of evaluate yourself and say, well, how have my expectations changed? And am I putting reasonable expectations on my partner and on my relationship? And if again, the answer to that question is maybe not, then maybe walking into a divorce attorney's office versus a therapist's office makes less sense. And on the other hand, if you are being reasonable and maybe your partner has changed in a way you just can't deal with, and making the trip to a divorce attorney might make the most sense.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things to consider and things to work through. I mean, that it's like that even if you're not necessarily thinking about a divorce, there's always things in relationships and marriages where you need to kind of work through things together and really figure out to make sure that you aren't just kind of on a tangent, you're freaking out about something that you can actually consider and come to a more reasonable solution about. So if you are someone who is considering a divorce, we hope that this video is helpful. If you're a divorce attorney and you're interested in using Family Asset Allocator for your clients, just to help them divide their assets and their debts to make the process a little less painful, make sure that you're exploring the rest of the website, familyassetallocator.com. You can learn more about the software. You can sign up for a free trial and get in contact with the team. So thank you so much for watching, and thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.